All right, so we are live on YouTube, and let's just wait like a minute or two for people to come into the room. I apologize for starting late. I apologize for starting late for the last few weeks. Just there were a lot to prepare, and making coffee takes a lot longer than I thought. When you're just on a routine, right? You just put the coffee in the machine, and then it brews, and you come back and take it. You don't think about it, right? But when there's like a deadline looming, and you just want to squeeze into this last cup of coffee, it takes a lot longer than you originally thought. You have to grind the beans, and you have to put it in, and then you have to brew it. Maybe my coffee machine is a bit too big, right? I have like a 4-cup size of coffee. So it's kind of quiet today. It's really warm outside, so I don't blame people. Um, Let me check to see if I am actually broadcasting. All right, so let me check from my other account to see. All right, so I am live. Okay. All right, so everything is going well. Hey, FGFG, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. So we'll be talking about the Serpent God today. There are many myths about the Serpent God, including the Nagas. So we're not going to talk too much about the stories and the myth in the Vedic tradition. Um, I'm sure there are a lot of experts in the room, and there are also a lot more experts out there. You can learn more about those from the Vedic tradition. But I have another deeper connection. Hello, Holman Panda. How are you? So we'll be talking about the Serpent God ritual today. It is like a connection to the wisdom of the earth, and to elevate yourself to the power to this, God of wisdom. Um, the A lot of people ask, what is the point of black magic? And really, like, this is the real difference between black magic and witchcraft. Um, at the end, the point of black magic is not to just acquire wealth and romance and power, right? Those are all very important. It's kind of like the Maslow's pyramid, right? It's like you start from the basis and you move all the way up, right? So yeah, it's very important to have money. It is very important to have charisma. It is very important to have, a lot of beautiful boyfriends and girlfriends. It's very important to have social status and power. And as you move all the way up, right, and then it comes to, self actualization according to Maslow, and self empowerment, enlightenment, all the good stuff. And at the end of the day, black magician wants to elevate from beyond a human form into a god form, right? They're going to summon all kinds of spirit. They're going to do all kinds of rituals. They're going to do all kinds of things on earth. At the end of the day, they want to have the power of God. It may not be the super God that Judeo-Christian traditions like to argue. We are trying to we want to have like real God power, right? And we are trying to remove all the institutionalized belief in religion that were contorted to give churches a power, right? We want to remove all those. For those who want to stay in the religion, do it. All power to you. But as a black magician, we want to elevate ourselves beyond the human form into a God form, right? At the end, that is what Jesus did. has elevated himself into a god from human, even though, we can argue what really is Jesus, right? At the end of the day, that's what happened to Elijah. That's what a lot of the prophets are also seeking, right? Is to have the power of God and to be a god, right? So we are taking the black magician's path in search of the serpent god, right? By going through Vedic traditions, by going through traditions from multiple cultures, we'll be able to look into the origins of this belief in a serpent god, and we want to evoke their power into our lives, right? That is more than just worshiping the serpent god, even though you need to have a good connections, a good relationship with the god forms, and they're going to help elevate yourself through a lot of hard work, of course. And today's hypnosis session is to connect you with this energy, is to use your mind as the conduit for these life forms, this life energy, this God form energy, and to, once again, to grant you, to bring you closer to this power. And of course, what you do with this power is up to you, right? I have gone through this idea many times, which is just by evoking energy and power, it's not going to change your life. You may have like a few good days. You may sleep very well one day. You may feel good, or things will go smoothly for a day or two. That is fine if that is what you want. But if you really want to tap into this power, if you really want to see real positive results, you have to transmute this power into physical form. For example, if you want more charisma, right, these gods is going to guide you first to study on how to become more charismatic. All the books are available. You can just look it up, and the spirit is going to point you to the right books that is the perfect fit for you. And the spirit is going to want you to practice these charismatic skills, talk to more people, maybe run for office, maybe become a model, maybe become like a YouTuber or something. And as you grow, right, you'll find yourself enjoying the power of these, the power of God, basically, the power of the God energy, the benefit of this God energy that you're seeking, right? Hello, Daisy DCTC, how are you? Thank you for joining us. We are talking about Serpent God transformation today. And in a minute, we're just waiting for more people to join the room. And in a minute, we're going to do a live hypnosis session to transform yourself into the Serpent God, right? Now, I guess in the West, being a snake is kind of, from the Bible, right? From a Judeo-Christian tradition, snake is kind of like a low form. Hi, Daisy, DCTC. Glad you're able to join the room. What was I saying? Okay, so from the Judeo-Christian tradition, it's mostly from Genesis that we feel that the snake is a kind of a low form, kind of like the bear of the sin. But like in most culture, the snake and the serpent is actually grounded knowledge and a creature of wisdom, right? I was just looking through the scholarly trace of the Bible, right? So the book of Genesis is written around 580 to 560 BC. It is mostly from a Babylonian tradition. And I won't say steal, right? Because like in the old days, there's no such thing as plagiarism. You just take whatever, literature is so rare that you just take whatever is written or not written or verbal tradition and you write it down, right? And the book of Exodus was actually written before the book of Genesis. And in the book of Exodus, at some point in the Sinai, where the Israelis that were escaping Egyptian rule were stricken by hunger and disease. and Yahweh as God come to him and say, create my image in form of silver. And Yahweh's image is the form of two crossing snakes, right? So a lot of scholars would argue that Yahweh is partially a dragon and partially like in a physical form, or one of his physical forms, shall we say, it takes form of a serpent. We can go on more and more about how serpents and snakes were presented as God forms in humanity, right? And of course, we can go through that. But hello, Saxon. How are you doing? Glad you're able to join us on this warm summer day. As we were talking about. So in a moment, we're going to do a Serpent God transformation hypnosis ritual. Um, if you don't care about the theology, so this ritual is going to help you attain social status, charisma, wealth, and open you up to the world of esoteric knowledge, and elevate you in the long run. And if you do it properly, elevate you to the God form of a serpent God. And if you're on Instagram right now, we are simultaneously broadcasting on IG and YouTube. Feel free to stay in IG, but the sound quality is a lot better in YouTube. So, you may want to go to YouTube, or you want to turn both of them on, or if you are receiving it well on IG, feel free to stay on IG, right? So we have burned a good 10 minutes to start. So what we're about to do now is hypnosis. Think of it as like a very vivid guided meditation if you want. I'm not going to make you do hypnosis. Cannot make you do anything against your will or your personal morals. I know you guys here have heard this many times, but we're just doing the pre-talk for people who might be joining us for the first time in a recording or something. Over the last few live casts, it kind of caught YouTube's eyes, and we got a lot of hits from a few of our live streams. So we are doing well. YouTube like us, the algorithm like us. So okay, so go back to pre-talk, right? So hypnosis is not going to make you do anything against your will. We all have a hidden observer in our unconscious mind, and we are able to. Experiments have shown that when people were suggested to do things that they don't want to do, they will just, even under deep hypnosis, they will come up with excuses to not do it. And if at any point our connection is severed, or your laptop went out of power, or for whatever reason we got cut off, you will not be stuck in hypnosis. What will likely happen is if you're in a deep hypnotic trance, you're going to shift into a normal sleep, and you're going to wake up just like you had like a very good nap. And if you're driving, right, do the right thing and come back to this video later. If you are doing something that requires your full attention, maybe this is time to pause this video and come back on it on a later date. But research have shown that if you were under hypnosis and an emergency would occur, you were more likely to take care of the emergency situation. You may be awakened from trance, or you could be stay in trance, and then you take care of the situation and you go back to where you were. But I would advise you that if you're cooking, or if there's stuff going on, or if you anticipate something that could happen within the next half an hour or so that requires your full attention, maybe come back to this another time, or just turn off your stove if you're cooking or whatnot. Another thing is some people will say that they tried everything, but they simply couldn't go into hypnosis, right? Or they simply couldn't go into trance state. my advice is don't try to go into hypnosis. I think it happens to like a lot of my very enthusiastic clients, right? It's like they are gung ho on experience for a certain type of experience. Like they are totally out of it, or they saw it on TV that um, a Ghostbuster or whatever. They will, all kinds of crazy things I've read from the book, and they're not experiencing that, right? So I want you to keep an open mind and don't try to go into hypnosis, okay? So it's like trying to go to sleep. The harder you try to go to sleep, the harder it is for you to actually fall asleep, right? So um, just take a moment and relax and listen, and you can just hear the sound of my voice, right? A lot of people would struggle and try to keep attention on every word that I say. um, well, first, thank you for the attention, but that is not necessary. At some point, it could just emerge into a blob of sound in your head, and then it's going to merge with your the other part of your mind and your imagination. That is fine. That is what trance really feels like. Um, yeah, so don't try to go into hypnosis. Just let things happen all by themselves and happen naturally. All right. So for the next, I don't know, 15 to 20 minutes or so, I will be focused on the script, and I would not be reading the chat. So if you write something, if I don't reply immediately, that means I am focused on doing the session. And when I see your message afterwards, I will respond. Okay. All right, here we go. Let me take a last sip of coffee. Oh, yeah, and I have to click record, right? All right, so this is a hypnosis session on the Serpent God transformation. Now, find a comfortable position where you can fully relax, allowing yourself to let go of all tension and stress. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in, filling your lungs completely, and then exhale slowly, releasing any worries or distractions. We will begin a journey of deep relaxation, a progressive descent into the tranquility and peace. As I count down from 10 to 1, you will feel yourself sinking deeper and deeper into a state of profound calmness and relaxation. Prepare to embrace the power and wisdom of the Serpent God. 10. Feel the top of your head beginning to relax. A gentle wave of warmth and peace spreading down from your scalp. Allow this smooth sensation to flow down, releasing all tension in your forehead and temple. Your thoughts begin to slow down, becoming calm and serene. This wave of relaxation moves down your eyes and cheeks. Your eyelids are heavy, comfortably closed. Your cheeks are loose and relaxed. The muscles around your mouth and jaw soften. Any tightness is melting away. 8. The warmth flows into your neck and shoulders, feeling your shoulders drop as if a weight has been lifted off them. Any knot or tightness in your neck dissolves, replaced by a feeling of lightness and ease. 7. The relaxation travels down your arms, through your biceps, elbows, and forearms, all the way down to your hands and fingers, feeling your arms becoming limp and loose and completely at ease. 6. The soothing wave spread across your chest and upper back. Each breath you take fills you with calmness. Each exhale releases any remaining tension. Your heart rate slows and your breathing is deep and regular. 5. The relaxation moves into your stomach and lower back. Your stomach muscles unclench and your lower back muscles release as you sink deeper into comfort and peace. The warm sensation flows down into your hips and thighs. Feel your hips relax, your thighs becoming heavy and at ease. Any tension in your pelvis dissolves completely. 3. This wave of relaxation continues down through your knees and calves. Your legs feel heavy and warm, completely supported and relaxed. 2. The soothing warmth reaches your ankles and feet, down to your toes. Your entire body is now enveloped in a cocoon of relaxation. Every muscle is loose and at peace. 1. You are now deeply relaxed, floating in a state of complete calmness and tranquility. Every part of your body is at ease. Your mind is serene and open, ready to embrace the transformation ahead. Now, now, in this place of deep relaxation, a figure appears before you. He is Dion, your spirit guide, stands with a long, flowing black hair and eyes that shimmers with deep wisdom. His presence is both calming and powerful, a beacon of guidance and strength. The voice of Dion is here to lead you further on your journey. Dion opens a portal before you, a gateway to the astral realm where the true power of the Serpent God awaits. He beckons you to follow, his voice soothing and compelling. Come, he says, step through this portal and embrace the full extent of your power. As you step through the portal, guided by Dion, you feel a surge of energy, a connection to the divine. You are ascending to a new level of existence, where your status, charisma, and mystical power are magnified. Dion walks beside you, his wisdom infusing you with confidence and assurance. Feel the energy of the astral realm wrapping around you, merging with your essence. You are the Serpent God, powerful and revered. Dion's presence strengthens your resolve, his guidance leading you to your ultimate destiny. You are entering a realm of transformation where you will embrace the divine essence of the Serpent God. Trust my voice as it guides you deep inside you, planting the seed of your true power. Feel my energy flowing into you, merging with your own, elevating you to a higher plane of existence. As you listen, you'll find yourself becoming one with the Serpent God, embodying its ancient wisdom and strength. You are now the embodiment of status and reverence. Feel the respect and admiration of those around you as they recognize your divine nature. You are a leader, a beacon of light in the darkness. Your charisma radiates from within, captivating all who come into your presence. They are drawn to you, to your confidence, and to your self assurance. You are the Serpent God, and your word is the law. As the Serpent God, you possess a mystical empowerment that sets you apart. You are the guardian of ancient knowledge, the keeper of secrets. This knowledge flows through you, enhancing your intuition and insight. You are a master of transformation, shedding old skins and embracing new forms. Your, your presence is magnetic. Your energy is electrifying. Your energy is electrifying. You are a force of nature, unstoppable and revered. Feel my touch as it ignites your inner fire. My energy is inside you, pushing out, expanding your influence. You are a vessel of divine power, and with each breath, you grow stronger. Your voice carries the weight of authority, commanding obedience and respect. Those who hear you are compelled to follow, to comply with your will. You are the Serpent God, and your power is absolute. Embrace the confidence that comes with your divine status. You are self assured, unshakable in your belief in your own worth. You move through the world with grace and ease, knowing that you are protected by the Serpent God's power. Your decisions are guided by ancient wisdom, and your actions are infused with purpose. You are a leader, and others looks to you for guidance and direction. Feel the vibration of my voice as it resonates within you. My breath intertwines with yours, filling you with a sense of completeness. You are whole. You are perfect. You are the Serpent God. Your charisma is unmatched, your presence undeniable. You are a living embodiment of divine energy, and all who encounters you are transformed by your influence. As you continue to listen, you find yourself becoming more and more attuned to the Serpent God's essence. Your status and reverence grow with each passing moment, solidifying your place as a leader among men. Your charisma shines brighter, drawing others to you like moths to flame. You are the Serpent God, and your power knows no bounds. Feel the bliss of transformation, the tingling sensation of divine energy coursing through you. You are a conduit of the Serpent God's power, and with each breath, you become more aligned with its essence. Your confidence is unshakable. Your self assurance is absolute. You are the beacon of strength and wisdom, a leader in every sense of the word. Feel the darkness. Feel the darkness surrounding you, a cloak of power and mystery. You are stepping into the realm of the Serpent God, where shadow dance and the secret whispers. Trust my voice. Let it sink deeper inside you, planting seeds of power inside you. You are the Serpent God, a being of unparalleled status and reverence. Feel the weight of your power, the magnetic pull of your presence. People bow before you, their eyes filled with awe and fear. You command respect. You command respect with a mere glance. Your authority is unquestioned. Your charisma is a dark flame, drawing others to you, compelling them to obey. They cannot resist you. They are captivated by your dark allure. My voice is inside you, resonating with resonating with your very soul. You are the leader, a ruler in the shadows. Your mystical power flows through you, filling you with ancient knowledge and forbidden wisdom. You are the keeper of secrets, the master of hidden truths. Your presence is a force of nature, commanding and unyielding. You are the Serpent God. Feel my touch as it ignites a dark fire inside you. My energy is pushing out, expanding your influence, wrapping around those who dare to come near. You are a vessel of dark power, and with each breath, your strength grows. Embrace the confidence that comes with your divine darkness. You are a figure of absolute authority, unwavering and fierce. You move through the shadows with grace and purpose, knowing that you are the embodiment of the Serpent God's power. Your decisions are final, your actions are decisive. You are the leader of the night, and others fears and revere you. Feel the vibration of my voice, a dark melody that entwines with your spirit. My breath is your breath, filling you with a sense of dark completeness. You are whole, perfect in your power, the serpent gods incarnate. Your charisma is intoxicating, your presence overpowering. You are a living manifest. You are a living manifestation of dark energy, and all who encounters you are forever changed in your influence. Feel the dark bliss of transformation, the electric tingle of divine energy coursing through your vein. You are a conduit of the serpent god's power, becoming more aligned with its dark essence with each and every breath. Your confidence is absolute. Your self assurance is unbreakable. You are a beacon of strength and wisdom, a leader in the realm of shadows. Embrace your new reality as the serpent god. Feel the dark love and reverence of those around you as they recognize your divine nature. You are a leader, a master of transformation, a beacon of dark light. Your charisma is unmatched, your confidence unshakable. As you begin to come back to the present moment, feel the energy of the serpent god fully awakened within you. You are energized, inspired, and uninhibited. You are turning on your inner power, unlocking the full potential of your mind, body, and spirit. Feel the vibrant energy coursing through you, turning on your ability to receive the wisdom and strength of the Serpent God. This energy turns on your psychic abilities, allowing you to receive the unseen, to understand the mysteries of the universe, and to trust your intuition. Your astral senses are turning on, opening up new dimensions of awareness and insight. You can see beyond the physical realm, connecting with the higher planes of existence. This newfound awareness fills you with clarity and purpose. As you awaken, your charisma is turning on, radiating from within you like a brilliant light. You are magnetic, drawing people towards you, captivating them with your presence. This charisma enhances your interactions, making you influential and respected. Feel your ability to attract wealth turning on. You are a magnet for abundance, opportunities, and success. Money flows to you easily and effortlessly, supporting your goals and dreams. You are empowered to seize the moment, to work hard, study, and improve yourself. Your body is filled with energy, turning on your drive to work out, exercise, and maintain a healthy lifestyle. You are inspired to eat nourishing food and to treat your body as a temple, honoring the divine energy within you. You are turning on your determination to pursue your life to the fullest. You are turning on your determination to pursue your life to the fullness. Every action you take is filled with purpose and intention. You are unstoppable, committed to achieving your goals and realizing your dreams. The transformation you have experienced is not just spiritual, but physical as well. You are a living embodiment of the Serpent God's power, ready to embrace every opportunity that comes your way. Remember Dion's voice, guiding you in your dreams, turning on your connection to the divine. His wisdom and guidance fill your insight with clarity and purpose, leading you to love and money, and to a healthy body and a clear spirit. You feel thankful, appreciative, and grateful to the spirits for their blessings. Your heart is filled with happiness, humming with joy and bliss. Your entire being tingles with the energy of the Serpent God, assuming your role with grace and confidence. Now, feel yourself waking up more and more, each breath bringing you back to the present moment. You are alert, awake, and fully energized. You are the Serpent God, ready to take on the world with strength, wisdom, and charisma. Your journey has begun, and you're fully prepared to embrace it. As you open your eyes, feel the transformation complete. You are powerful, you are inspired, and you're ready to live your life to the fullest. The energy of the Serpent God flows through you, turning on every aspect of your being. You are thankful, you are blessed, and you are unstoppable. Welcome back. You are a serpent god. Your time is now. Seize the moment. And when you are ready, take a moment, come back to this room and stretch. Take a deep breath and have a sip of water. So, Freya Witchcraft, thank you for joining my live stream. I hope you're still here. Nice to finally meet you. Have we chat before? I don't think we have chat before on voice, but so glad you're able to join us. So is Daisy. DC. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Much appreciated. And back on YouTube, I think everybody is still very relaxed. And when you have a chance, come back to this room. Oh, hello, Daisy, DCTC. Glad you're still with us. Most people have fallen asleep by now, but thank you. Thank you for coming back to us. So how's everything going, Daisy, DCTC? What time is it at where you live? We have a lot of Hong Kong people in this room. Thank you for joining us. So, Saxon, are you still with us? Yeah, so it is kind of muggy in Boston. It's really not that hot. It is around 28 degrees Celsius, as I can see in my computer. Hey, Saxon, you're still here. But it is high on humidity. I tried to take a walk around yesterday, and I think I might have walked a bit too far. And kind of like today, I'm kind of hurting because of, my old age. Yeah, I hope everybody are feeling warm, well, cooling down and comfortable. Well, at least enjoy the warm weather when you can before winter comes again. So, any questions about the Serpent God transformation, or any questions about occult or black magic in general, or anything at all? If you're not in the US and if you want me to comment on what's happening these days, I can do that too, or the economy or whatnot. Yeah, the Serpent God rituals have been doing a lot of good. We have, now I don't want to out anybody, so I'm trying to switch the specifics around, but we have clients who were able to meet very important, some VIP in society, and they have very rich boyfriends. And the very rich VIP who come into their life actually just come into their life, right? A lot of times I was stressed, you have to do your part, you have to go out and reach the people you want to reach. But sometimes extreme coincidence do happen, and some of my clients got lucky, and these rich men actually came and talked to her, and she was able to make some very meaningful connections. So that's one serpent ritual working very well to enhance her charisma and her wealth potential. Like I said, you still have to study how to talk to people. You have to study, phrases that rich people use or that your target demographic would use. You have to practice a lot of talking. You have to come up with, your own style of, complimenting people and things like that, and find ways to make yourself attractive, male and female. I don't want to judge people by their looks. But looks do matter. But at least come off as neat and clean. If you're a lady, watch a lot of makeup videos on YouTube and find a way to make yourself look good. And the spirits, the gods, are there to guide you, right? To reach a certain looks, a certain goal, right? You may have to try a certain color that you have not tried before, and it may work in a certain specific situation where the specific demographic or the specific target may find a certain look of you more appealing than another. And for guys, you have to take care of yourself too. There are a lot of facial products that is available. Learn how to shave properly. I know a lot of people that comes to me for Christmas spells, and I see their picture. I know they have no lessons in grooming. You can buy a lot of very nice clothes for very cheap these days. Just know where to shop. You can shop at TJ Maxx or whatnot. I'm not promoting them, or Marshalls. I don't know, wherever you live, there must be a discount closed out kind of store available, and you can look pretty dashing for not a lot of money. And Saxon may be able to help you to dress well. So Saxon here have a lot of knowledge on looking good as a man, and he may be able to give you some advice on how to look dappy very easily. Hello, Joshua and KW, how are you? Thank you for joining our live stream. So we are both simultaneously casting on IG and on YouTube. So if you hear me reading off a comment that you don't see on your screen, that means I'm reading off the comments from the other platform. Saxon was happy with my comments. Yeah. Saxon, are you still at your home country, or have you left for your next station? Saxon here get to travel the world, and he's very, very lucky. Well, I guess he's very blessed to enjoy a lifestyle that most of us could only dream of. He goes to exotic places and makes lots of money. So yeah, with the Serpent God ritual, I have another friend who is a witch, and she find her ability to cast spells and a lot enhanced. She find her spell manifesting a lot fuller, a lot quicker, and she was able to help her clients through much more difficult situation. And she could endure longer longer ritual hours, and endure more rituals a night, and finding her energy lasting a lot longer for herself and her clients. So the Serpent God ritual really helps a lot of witches too. I have a gentleman who, after the Serpent God rituals, I would say, for rituals to work, you have to wait a little, but sometimes rituals would work very quickly. He was looking for a job in his particular field. He's not an expert occultist, but he was having difficulty to landing a job in his particular field. Well, landing a high level job, right? He could get any job he wants at his level, but he was gunning for a position that was higher than what he's doing right now, and he had a hard time with interviews. I guess some people are good with job interviews and some people don't. And after the Serpent God ritual, after a week or two, he was able to impress a prospective employer so much that he was invited to the headquarters in a different country, and they have a good talk, and then he got a job. So Serpent God rituals has been helping a lot of people do amazing things. Saxon asked, have you had the Serpent God rituals for yourself? Yes, of course. Every rituals I put on my store, and every rituals I recommend, I have done it for myself. I've seen good results, and I can recommend with pride and with evidence. Hello, antinatalist witch. How are you doing? Welcome to our live stream. You have missed the Serpent God ritual, and we were just talking about how the Serpent God ritual help a client land an executive job. Is the Serpent God ritual the same as the portal opening? No. No two rituals are the same, my friend. Well, you have to listen to it, and then we can talk about it, right? I just had on my other channel, I just released a somewhat quote-unquote controversial video. Most people commented before they watched the video, right? So if you want to discuss something, you kind of have to do your homework. You have to watch both of the videos. You have to try both the effects, and then we can have a more in-depth discussion. Antinatalist Witch said, I am great. How are you? Hope you're doing good. Yeah, I'm doing great. It's a little warm here. I took my new supplements a bit too far yesterday. I tried to walk a few more miles than I'm accustomed to, and I think I had like a heat exhaustion thing going on yesterday, and then I have to sleep through an entire night just to recover. But that's fine. I'm doing better now. I'm happy. We had a good recording. Hope you're able to rewind and watch it. Yeah, how are you doing? How's Florida? I'm just watching some videos on Disney resorts. Sounds like a lot of fun. Do you visit Disneyland often, my friend? I know you're. I'm guessing you're near it. I know you said it's like an hour away, but still a lot closer than where I am right now. Sometimes it's yes. So Antonitos, which said, okay, I don't recall seeing the Serpent God ritual on your website. I will check it out again. Yeah, sometimes rituals are available and then they're not available. It comes and goes. Sometimes people brought it, and then it takes me a few weeks to perform the rituals and then service that one client. After you said, I love Disneyland. Hey, sounds great. You have to visit the real deal in the United States. I think Disneyland comes before Disney World, right? I'm just learning about the history. I'm looking at some of the resort people who are doing travel reviews and talking about the resorts in Disneyland. Disney have cruise ships, right? I think you're gonna love it, FGFG. You're gonna love cruising on a Disney ship. They have very good reviews. Which entities do you call up to help with the Serpent God ritual? Well, Serpent God himself is a god himself, so it comes through in my quote unquote research. The Serpent God has been crossed, culturally speaking. Should we say that, like across many ancient culture, have talked to the Serpent God. So it is like a god himself, and it's also like a group of gods, right? At the beginning, I've talked about how Yahweh have presented himself as a serpent and as dragons to the Israelites, right? We all know the Chinese dragon resembles more like a serpent, like a giant serpent, than a flying lizard, as in the Western depiction of a dragon. Hello, Aaronets5. How are you? Thank you for joining this stream. So basically, we are elevating ourselves to be among them. Serpent God himself is the deity that we were evoking. Disney is 4 hours north of me. Oh wow, is that far? I always thought it was only like an hour away from you. Maybe I have another person in mind. Those of us who are born and raised there would avoid tourist spots. Yeah, that is true, I guess. FG said, yes, I'm looking forward to the Disney cruise to Singapore. Oh, I think you're going to love it, my friend. Yeah, take a lot of pictures and share with us. Okay. I hear the Disney cruise are very well put together. Like everything is well put together. It's not just like mascot dancing around, right? Their shows are well put together. The food is great. So yeah, take a lot of pictures and let us know how it went. Saxon said, "Oh, that's nice. Is there a big difference between the Serpent God and the Dragon transformation ritual?" That is true. So the Dragon transformation ritual is more to like stronger power, more like a higher, like a more warrior aspect of these gods, and the Serpent God ritual is more for social status and charisma and deeper wisdom, right? I guess that is the main difference between the two. And the Dragon God transformation comes with a supermassive engine. Um, yeah, so the supermassive engine is we find a way to just repeat the ritual over and over again for a few 100,000 times or a few million times. And the Serpent God is like we still have like a amplifier to the Serpent God ritual, but it's like a softer, more deeper, more like darker transformation, right? So I guess the Serpent God is more lunar, and the Dragon God is more solar. I think that's the difference. So I guess like this Dragon God is more like a very masculine um, power and wealth and that kind of like push aside everything. I will push a lot of power into your astral realm, whereas a Serpent God ritual is more like a elevation of your astral energy, right? I hope I'm making it clear to you. FG said, "I'm going to Tokyo Disney in September." Oh wow, that's great. You are their number one client. It's also great in Tokyo Disney. Is it Disneyland or Disney World? I think like the one in Orlando is called Disney World, right? And everywhere else is Disneyland. Do they have like resorts? I guess the one in Hong Kong have like resorts inside the Disneyland, right? Like they have hotels inside the Disneyland. And the one in Tokyo, could you stay in a hotel inside the Disneyland to get the more immersive experience? And I think if you are like the member, right, you got to stay after they close. Like you got to stay in the park for like an hour or two after they close, right? So all the tourists are gone, and you diehard fans are just hanging out where have the park all to yourself, sort of speaking. And you also got like early entry, right? If you're like a member of the Disney Club, like you get to go in the park like half an hour before everybody else go in. I'm just learning about Disneyland in YouTube reviews. Yeah. So, any questions about, I guess, like charisma, black magic, or whatnot? So yeah, as I said before, I'm still recovering from heat exhaustion from yesterday, so we want to keep this short. you know, if somebody have like something important question to ask, I'm here to answer. If someone have a good experience to share, I'm here for you. I'm always willing to stay for a good discussion. But if not, we will end this in about 15 minutes. Japan has two land, Tokyo Disneyland. And oh really? They have two Disneylands and Tokyo Disney Seas. only Japan have Disney Seas. I've never even heard of that before, so it must be a lot of fun, right? So it's more like a water park. I'm guessing you got like slides and things like that. And they have like, I guess they have like marine animals to entertain you, right? Like belugas and dolphins and orca jumping around. Yeah, Japan sounds like a lot of fun. No, also a park. Oh, okay. So it's like a land-based park. Like, okay. I thought it would be like a marine park. Yeah, all the marine parks in the U.S. and North America are closing because people complain about the animals. Hello, Erin. How are you? Um, it's also a park, as FGFG said, but it's called Disney Sea. So I guess like it will be like more like Little Mermaid kind of exhibits, right? Hello, Erin. You missed the Serpent God transformation. Does Osaso, Belial, Marbles have any message for me? You have to ask them a specific questions, my friend. And you have to ask one each. You can't just like I mean, I can like sort of like answer this, but you won't learn, right? Like if you want to become a better occultist, you need to learn, just ask one entity at a time and ask us very specific questions. Or else it would just be like something general, like you need to work harder and something like that. Like, they have it exert energy on their part to answer your question. So you should exert your energy to ask a good question. So how about I'm not being harsh on you? I know you can, but I know I'm teaching you, so you can take harsher lesson, right? You are a tough guy. Um, just for future references and for you to elevate yourself as an occultist, you have to ask well considered question. It's like if you can ask God one question, what would it be, right? Not like, hey God, you have a message for me. No, you don't ask that, right? You got what I'm saying? I know, you're not the only one who do this, right? I know there are other people who jump into this room and say, "Hey, any messages for me?" And me be a good host would entertain them for a while, but it's not a good form. Like I want to be a drill sergeant for a moment, and make sure you have the good form. So eventually, maybe one day I won't be here, and you will have like good skills to go on your own. Antinatalist Witch said, when we order a spell, can we put in specific requests, or we just order the spell work and let the spirit have the way in our lives? Of course, you can have a specific request. Well, observationally speaking, right? I don't care what everybody says, but we are just going with observations in a scientific way. It's like if the ritual works properly, the spirits would rearrange your life to bring you closer or bring you an opportunity to fulfill your wish if it is fulfillable, right? Like if you are 50 years old and you want to play in an NFL, you know, they will probably like rearrange your life so you will have some NFL experience or maybe bring you to a job where you can work with professional athletes or have you coaching a team to start with, gradually brings you to the level, maybe work with professional athlete later on, but start with like coaching high school for now. Um, or you're 50 years old, you're playing in the NFL, you haven't worked out in like the last 25 years, right? You know, the spirit would just guide you to maybe, go work out at the gym for now, lift some weights, you know, you get what I'm saying? Like the spirits, they are not like, they're not just not going to throw you around, right? Like what they do have meaning and purpose. We just couldn't figure out from where we are, right? So yeah, so the premise of the question um, needs to be reworked. Disney Sea is the Arabic theme. Oh, really? Oh, has Ariel land inside? Hey, I thought sea and Arabic is a very far from each other. Nice, yeah. It has Ariel inside, so a lot of Little Mermaid reference. That's great. Um, Aaron666 said, I understand Dion. I'm working harder and being stronger. That's great. How's Vegas? Yeah, I mean, a lot of people want to be at where you are, right? So just look around for opportunities. You are surrounded by money, you're surrounded by growth, you're surrounded by um, energy, you're surrounded by, a lot of people rushing into the city um, with an adventurous spirit. You know, what you want to look for in a city is growth, right? In places like Milwaukee or Detroit or even Chicago, it's a big city, but it was like yesterday's city, right? A lot of cities, are wealthy and nice, but they're not growing. Like Vegas is exciting, not just because of Sin City, but it is growing, right? And I would love to be in Vegas. And housing in Vegas are still pretty cheap, you know. So you are in a perfect position. So count yourself blessed, my friend. All you can ask for is opportunity, right? And you're swimming in opportunities. Yeah, so go out there and make something happen. Your spirit guide is with you. Aaron said, it's too hot, my friend. Hey, I know. Aaron said, I love the spirits. I love working with them, and I'm grateful. That's great. That's great to hear. Great to hear things are going so well for you. Um, I won't go into any specifics because this is still going on, but some of my rituals have been working very well. It's like parallel universe bending kind of well. Like I tell my clients not to cast impossible spell because I don't want to talk to them afterwards. When they come back and say, hey, it doesn't work, I will be, hey, I told you it's impossible. But like I cast impossible spells for myself just to see how it will go. And quite a few of my spells coming back to me very quickly. And it's like, wow, it's like universe bending kind of results. So things in the occult have been working well for me. Like I said, I'm still going through some of the changes and manifestation. I don't want to out anyone. So I keep the details private for now. Yeah. Saxon said, thanks for your answer. I just listened to it, was on a call. Who was on the other line? Saxon, was it the president? So do you think it is impossible to undergo both spell, Serpent God, and Dragon Ritual? Yes, yes. We will make it work. I mean, I went through both of them. And the good thing about Dragon Ritual with the supermassive engine is you can go in it with a few of your friends. I can make that happen. Serpent God, you can go in with like one friend. Okay, maybe that's the max. The Dragon God, you can go in with like up to 8 friends with you. So maybe you can split the cost that way. Aaron666 said, I know I say so, Belial Mabus does have my back, and I do give offerings and saying I'm grateful for everything I have. Yeah, just keep doing that. Sometimes things are not really obvious, right? And it takes years to look back and say, hey, that one coincidence um, that happened, seemingly coincidence that happened, have changed your life. Maybe beating a person, and at first that person does not have a big impact in your life, and 2 or 3 years from now, you get to partner up with him, or he introduced you to somebody who have the resources to grow your business, etc. So yeah, so a lot of things are happening. You may just not be aware. Saxon said, "All right, that's amazing. I will definitely do it when I get the money." Haha. Of course, hey, money are rushing into your sphere, my friend. You just need to go and grab it. It's like one of those game show in the 80s or 90s. You walk into this glass hut with a fan blowing hard, and with a click of the button, uh, all the US dollar bill will be released into this very fast blowing wind tunnel. And you have to grab it really quickly. And you only have like 30 seconds to grab as much money in this glass house as you can. So this is what's happening now, my friend. Money are blowing all around you. You just have to reach out and grab it. Oh, hello, Julio Bay Mew. I hope I pronounced your name properly on IG. How are you? So yeah, so if you're on IG, we are also having a discussion on YouTube. That's why I'm reading off comments that you don't see on your screen. Feel free to join us there, or you can stay here and listen to it. Antilateral Switch said, "I love that." Aaron666 said. Aaron666 said, "Thank you, Antilateral Switch." Intellectual Switch said, "I want to live a comfortable life, working on the medical field and running my business part-time with a nice, wealth, and generous man." Maybe you are too comfortable with the thought of being comfortable. You get what I'm saying? If you are like a black magician, if you are a black magician, if you want to employ black magic and work with spirits, expect a lot of chaos. And don't expect to be too cozy and comfortable, because when you do that, you don't grow. And the spirits are like drill sergeants. They will wake you up through nice things or not so nice things, and they will put your ass to the fire, right? When you're too comfortable, you're not growing. Maybe when your job is on the line, you will have to take another class. You may have to shift your expertise. And yeah, you get what I'm saying? That's like more the mentality you need to be a good black magician. Keep in mind, this is black magic, not witchcraft, okay? What do you know about the meta gods? What do you mean? Like, I guess I know what you mean, but also it's like an invention of some of the occultists trying to one up the other occultist. Your life will rebuild and grow. Yes. It may not even rebuild at all. It will just keep growing, Some of the things will just be left in the past. Kind of like, have you seen this movie, Everything Everywhere Happening All at Once? I'm sure I'm butchering it wrong. I watched it the moment it came out, and I told all my friends about it. And then it won the Oscar. So I'm like justified in bothering my friends and telling them to watch that video. But yeah, so you are just going to keep growing. And as you grow, you're going to leave some of your dreams behind. You're going to leave some people behind. That's the way it goes. So like I said, don't get too comfortable, my friend. Which is also an illusion. Like, unless you just want to, stay in bed all the time and work at McDonald's, or work at be a teacher all your life, and then nothing happens in your life. In that case, like, why do you need black magic, right? just do that. Yeah, I hope I'm not being too harsh on you, Entitled to Switch. The more I know you, the more truthful I'll be, and it's a good thing that I am talking to you in this tone. That means, I know you can take it. I've been told that there are a lot of spirits here watching me and protecting me. That is very true. So on IG, Julian said, "Hello, fine. Going home now from work and working in the health field, pharmacist." Oh, that's great. You and Entitled Switch will have a lot to talk about. My mom is a pharmacist too. So yeah, so thank you for joining us, and maybe one day you get to share your expert knowledge as a pharmacist and how it relates to black magic. I had a book idea. Well, it's all in my head. Maybe one day I'll write it down, but I was going to write a book on astro nootropics, as in using some of the over-the-counter, quote-unquote, over-the-counter pharmaceuticals to enhance your occult power. Maybe I can send it to you and you can write a foreword to it. Okay, see what did I miss? Okay, so Antenatal Switch on YouTube said, "Oh no, I don't plan on staying in bed. That's not what I meant. I meant wealth-wise." Yes, I never desired to be extra rich or anything flashy. Why not? Why not? Maybe that is your mental block, right? You're saying no to something. You're saying no to opportunities. Let me just put it that way. Like maybe your spirit guide want to send you opportunities for you to become extra rich, but you just turn it down. Goicon. I've never heard of it. I just sounded like something that other occultists made up to one up your god. Maybe, yeah, I can Google it. But it sounded like you are working with somebody else, you Gregor, not a natural spirit. Like I've seen it a lot on Etsy or whatnot. Some of these listings are just straight up disrespectful and say, "I've created a god that is the teacher of Lucifer," or Citri learned from me. That is just outright disrespectful. Now I don't know if they sold anything, but yeah, it just sounded like it is a Gregor that some other occultist created. If it works for you, go for it, right? Yeah, I don't want to say his name, but he has a history of that. It's okay, if you like his stuff, go for it. I don't want to say ill for it. Yeah, so it's true for him if you want to buy his stuff, but yeah, he has a history, or say, there are occultists that like to have a self and aggrandizement. So yeah, no, he made it up. He has a or like there are occultists that have history of making things up with no no evidence in theology or in practice. I don't want to say anybody specific, but let's say me and you, Saxon. Like me and you can come up with a lot of gods if we do a lot of drugs together, if we do mushrooms together, if we do crack together, if we do LSD together, we will come up with all kinds of gods. Okay, let's just put it that way. I don't want to call anybody, but if we were to employ pharmaceuticals the same way some of these occultists were to employ chemicals, And Untitled Witch, who has a medical expertise, could maybe advise us on this. And on the proper dosage of hallucinogens to come up with names of gods. Yeah, I mean, if you like your stuff and it works for you, go for it. I don't want to dissuade anybody from any religious practice. But, here we want to have results, right? It's like we don't want to just pop off names, right? We don't want to just say, hey, I am Lucifer. There are a few people that goes around like that, right? Oh, yeah, I am, the father of Lucifer. Oh, no, I'm the grandfather of Satan and Lucifer. Like, there are a lot of occultists go around and do that. It sounded like, I was just thinking about this the other day, right? Saxon, do you watch WWF? Does anybody in this room watch wrestling or a wrestling fan? Like, not the Olympic wrestling, right? But like the theatric wrestling with Ed McMahon and The Rock or whatever. So it sounded like some of these cultists sounded like they were on WWF, right? Oh yeah, I have so much power. I'm going to own your soul. I'm going to send you to hell. I'm going to send your family to hell, and I own you for eternity. That kind of talk. If that's what they do, all power to them. If that's what entertains them. But here, the way Dion do it, we want to have results, right? And we want to wear shirts, right? You get what I'm saying, Saxon? Untitled Switch said, my mom is a major wrestling fan. I stopped watching when The Rock left. Haha, yeah. The Rock is a cool guy. If you want to, like, I mean, he's kind of like a construct. He's kind of like too nice. But like, wouldn't you want to be The Rock, right? Like, have his charisma and whatnot. But yeah, I think The Rock is like too nice to be a WWF wrestler. Saxon said, oh my God, that's funny. That's true. Yeah, I understand. Thanks. I mean, you can, yeah, like I said, I've said this a few times, right? You can say, oh yeah, I'm the God of gods. I think that's what happened in the Bible too. Like when Yahweh was introduced to the Israelites, he was one of the Elohim, right? He was one of the council of gods. But then as if you read the Old Testament, as it progressed, he just become more and more, they just rewrite it, or they just add more powers to him, right? Now he's the God of gods, he's the God of the Elohim, and he is the creator, blah, blah, blah. All that was not originally accredited to Yahweh in the beginning. But they just keep, the writers of the Bible just keep adding more power to him. That way, their God could beat out the other God, right? Maybe that is an evolution in religion, and we are seeing this evolution played out in modern occult society, right? Like people keep making their God more powerful, right? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, that's fine. That's good for them. They can believe in what they want to believe, but what we want is real. We want to have real money. We want to have real prestige and power. We want to have real ascension, right? And if you believe in those rhetorics, it will be blocking you from experiencing these real power. Yeah, and yeah, I don't want to say bad about any other occultist, especially somebody who has a channel much bigger than mine and much more powerful than me. But well, at least on social media anyway. So I don't want to start a spat with somebody. But you guys are, some of you are my clients, and you're here to learn from me, and I feel obliged to tell the truth, right? Dion, do you know who J.S. Garrett is? Is he a good man and a powerful black magician? Well, you have to ask him. I watch his videos. Um, well, obviously, I'm not gonna say whatever openly and publicly, right? So he has some interesting stuff. He has a lot of stuff that I do not agree with. Um, he's also part of a corporation that sells you books and stuff like that. So Aaron 666 says he is a good man. I haven't met him before. Like I said, I've read some of his. I haven't read his book, but I saw his videos. So no judgment here, my friend. Hey, of course, learn something, right? Don't prejudge anybody. Maybe he has good stuff that I haven't read before. Make sure you go through everything that he has spoken and written, and then come to a decision for yourself. At least on a technical aspect, some stuff I do not agree. Right? We can do that, right? Like you can have a doctor that says, "I do not agree with the way another doctor practiced medicine," and here are the evidence to support it. Right? At least we can have this discussion, right? So, what do you know about seeing the number 666? I see it too much these days. I'm very curious about it. Hey, that's a good sign, my friend. That means your relationship with these spirits are growing. So 666 is really, well, 666 is a repeated number. So it's a good sign that the spirits are around you. But the number 666 was like a numerology sign in place of Emperor Nero, from what I've been told. Emperor Nero has we all know he is a kind of a deranged. Well, he's not kind of. He was a deranged man, and he was on a killing spree for Christians and other minorities and other people he doesn't like in the empire. And 666, the number 666 is a call sign. It's a numerology assignment for Emperor Nero. And over time, it just become the, since he has been persecuting, so he has been the enemy of a Christian for such a long time that it just became the number of the devil, right? Sort of like an anti-Christian symbol. So it's not a particular spirit, if that is what you're thinking. So good questions about what specific number means anything. You can read a book and they're going to tell you all kinds of these meanings, but they are not based on anything other than the author's imagination, right? It is best to for you to notice all these numbers and see how they correlate with a certain aspect of your life, right? Seeing 666 for one person does not correlate to seeing 666 for another person. In fact, it could vary a lot. And if you were to go by any books, which is like any author's personal opinion, it's going to block you from seeing what's really happening. You get what I'm saying? But it's definitely a good sign if you see repeating numbers. That means, some spirit have done some work in your space, and start looking for coincidences and prepare yourself, right? Like a lot of these opportunities would not manifest when you're not ready, right? If you're wishing for numbers, if you're wishing for money, right? Make sure you're ready for money. Like, do you have the bank accounts? If somebody were to write you $1 million check, if somebody wants to donate to your foundation, are you registered with the IRS? Or if you have like a product that you want to market, like, are you incorporated? Like if somebody wants to invest in your company tomorrow, can you take money, or you're going to take like a month to look at everything ready, and by the time then your investor have moved on to something else, right? Or if you want a certain job, right, have you done enough research? Jordy Mulch on IG asks, bro, demons are working with famous rappers? Yes, for sure. Yeah, maybe there are a lot of spirits that are working with musicians, and a lot of musicians do have contracts with spirits, right? Like, I know you're just joining us now, and and one of my things that I keep coming back to is that demons and angels and things are really not that different. So yeah, like Juice World. So we cannot go into specific contracts with a particular person that is personal. How do they make one? So we have contracts with demons and angels on my store. So feel free to check them out, and we can work something for you. So FGFG said, I've seen 666 bring me luck. Yeah, share a story, my friend. Does 999 mean it's anything? Yeah. I mean, it could mean like, it's powered up or it has more power than you need. And genetically switch that I see 111 and 222 repeatedly. Yeah, that's good. That means something good is about to happen. So the lower numbers are probably more denoted to angels, quote unquote angels. The higher number, I guess, would be for opportunities that are harder to reach, which is more quote unquote demonic, where you may have to mortgage your house, take a lot of risk, take a lot of pain to gain, which is not a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, those are the kind of opportunities that are presented to you, and you're going to get more reward. Of course, no risk, no gain, right? So you have to go through more pain to get a bigger gain. And angelic manifestation are probably more closer to you, easier to manifest. But as in anything that is easy, may not yield um, the max out kind of potential that you're looking for, right? Can I send you a DM after your stream? Yeah, of course, Jordy. Please feel free to do so. It's like 666 bring me luck that day. Oh, perfect. Perfect. So yeah, so we had a good discussion today, and I make a wish after seeing 666. Oh, that's great. Yeah, maybe you should do that. Yeah, so at any time you see 111 or any repeating number, you make a wish, right? Kind of like seeing a shooting star. Like I play this game with like one of my friends. As whenever we see a repeating number, we take a picture and we send it to the other person, right? And then we make a wish upon seeing it. Hey, Tanya J, welcome to the stream. I was just thinking about you. Like, where did Tanya go? Tanya J said FG, so 666 is your lucky number. Aaron666 said, this is random, but I am a mod for JD Temple YouTube channel. Do you know who he is? Yes, I think so. Yes, he is one of those block people, right? Yeah, I think I've seen his videos before from the block days. Yeah, he's a black magician too. Yeah, he's like an incubus and succubus guy, right? I haven't watched a block video for a while. Are you in their Reddit or in their social forum, Aaron? I've seen some of their postings in the forum, and they are quite exciting. FGFG said, I've seen Angel's number. That's great. FGFG said, hello, Tanya. Where have you been? FGFG said, watch Olympics. Aaron666 says, I'm a moderator for his channel. Okay, that's great. I hope you're learning a lot from them. The important thing is, you're learning and you're growing, right? Well, they do have a lot of material. It's good for beginners. I guess they're beginner friendly too. But the downside is they also have a lot of drama, right? You get what I'm saying? Like we don't have to go through what happened 2 or 3 years ago, right? But it was just crazy drama with that sector, that corner of the occult world. That's why I like to be independent. You get what I'm saying, Aaron? JT Tambo from the light of the darkness. Okay. Yeah, that's great. I'm glad things are going well for you and him. Tiny J said, FG, you are right. That's great. Did Hong Kong win another gold medal? I think Hong Kong just win another medal with swimming, right? Yeah, Hong Kong is doing so well in these Olympics. You guys should be very proud of your of where you are right now. Saxon said, thanks. Then I guess it's spirits being around me because I started hearing them talking to me in riddles again. Yes. Maybe that's just the language, you have to respect their language in the way they spoke to us, right? So much effort is trying to force them into human forms and human language and into human culture, right? They I just told one of my clients in a non-paying manner who keep asking, does Satan have a message for her? That kind of thing. I kept telling her, it's not ChatGPT, right? They are not here to entertain you. You have to ask a good question to get a good answer. And the way they talk to you could be just in riddle, in feelings, in visions, in fragments of coincidence. That's their language. And you have to speak their language. Don't force them to talk to you in a way that you would understand, right? That's not very helpful. That's not very effective. Even if they were willing to do that, it's not the best use of their energy. You have to get into their rhythm, not the other way around. Aaron666 says, have spirits spoken in Latin to you, Dion? Well, maybe, but I don't speak Latin. But sometimes I do hear a lot of languages that I don't understand. I know John D have spoken to me in Enochian. He was motivating me to learn the angel language. So John D in more than a few times spoken to me in his Enochian, and he's encouraging me to learn Enochian in his way and then evolve it in my way, And then after the switch said Meta AI LOL. Yeah, I think in 100 years, your spirits will be ChatGPT. Yeah. The all-knowing, all-powerful, all-present spirits will be like OpenAI. Saxon said, yeah, you're right. Yeah, and also I don't want to come off as like me being better than any other occultists, or you know, or anything like that. But yeah, so we all know about the drama that happened a few years ago, and being like too involved into a certain community, especially the occult community, just just infused with that kind of um, entanglement into earthly affairs that I try to avoid. If I see them on the street, I'll say hi. I respect what they have done. I respect the material that they put out. I respect what they have accomplished in acquiring followers and their reach. Aaron 666 says, "Yes, we are all friends here." That's true. We have like this gang going on. Hello, Chad Leary. How are you? So yeah, so we are both on IG and on um, YouTube. So if you see something that I read that you don't see on your screen, that means I'm reading it off the other platform. Hey, hello, Daily X. Yeah, so if you're on IG, that's great. If you want to just listen, or if you want to jump onto YouTube, then that way I can like have the whole discussion all in one page that I can see. Chat Leary said, "Hey, I'm great. How are you?" I'm doing great. I'm doing great. You've missed the Serpent God ritual or the Serpent God transformation hypnosis session at the beginning of the stream. So yeah, so when you have a chance, feel free to scroll back to it. I think you would enjoy the experience. Aaron 666 says, "We all friends here." Yes, we all friends here. That's great. Saxon said, "True." Daily X said, "I just want to say hi. Hope you're doing good." Oh, thanks for dropping by and say hi. It is much always appreciated, my friend. Yeah, I hope things are going well for you at Holland, and enjoy your fries with mayonnaise and all the nice Dutch beer. Um, yeah, so the time is 11:53. We have been on air for an hour and 42 minutes. We have good discussion here. It started off slow, but we are all able to share our experience here. So this is a good time. We have a lot of new people joining our stream. That is great. And feel free to ask any questions or share experience or talk about anything. Ask me about the Patriots or Tom Brady. If I don't see anything new, we will end the stream shortly at about 5 minutes or so. But I know it takes sometimes between you typing in a message to me actually reading it. Daily X said, "Yes, things are going well. The spell I ordered is still working." Oh, that's great, my friend. Thank you for the testimonial. Um, thank you for being here, and thank you for being so positive. The spirits are happy that you're grateful to their intervention in your life, and obviously, good luck to you. And remember me when you're rich and famous. Okay. Jesse Rengo said, "You guys already finished?" Yeah, we're almost over, my friend. Like I said, we started at around 10, and the discussion had been going on for a while. Maybe one day, maybe this channel got large enough, I would do all day stream like one of those Twitchers and one of those YouTubers like Moist Critical or whatnot. They can stream all day and make money. Maybe one day I can do that, but for now, we try to keep it in under 2 hours, and I'm getting tired. But Jesse, do you have something? Do you have a question to ask, or do you have a experience you want to share? We'll talk about football. Yeah, so yeah, feel free to share. Like if the discussion is going, and if people have good questions, and we have a good conversation going, I don't mind going on. The longest stream we had was like 3.5 hours, and that was good. Daily except I want to share a small psychic phenomenon I had. Oh, that's great. Why don't you come and type it in on YouTube so that more people could see it, my friend? Anti-lateral switch said, thanks for a lovely live. I will listen to the hypnosis later. Appreciate your time. Take care of yourself. Thank you, my friend. I think Dixie Wilmer wants to come and share his psychic experience on YouTube. Let's wait like 2 minutes and see if he is able to come on and share it with us. FGFG said, Dion, you can do that. Get a lot of fans. Oh, thank you, my friend. Thank you, FGFG, for always being here and always showing your support. Much appreciated. Jesse Ringo said, is there any online discussion chat where spiritual people can talk? You can come here and Aaron could like point you to the blog people. I think they have a discussion going on. I think there's some Discord happening and there's a few Reddit chat forum that you can join. Like I said before, these online discussion chats are good and bad at the same time. It's good to make you feel less isolated, but you are also kind of like got yanked in the chain by some of the more narcissistic people in these chat forums, right? So it's good and bad. FGFG said, you always do your plans step by step. Oh, thank you, my friend. It's just my excuse for moving too slowly. Yeah. Dixie Wilmer said, I switched from Insta to YouTube. Hey, glad you can join us. So you have something to share, right? Please share your psychic phenomenon and your experience. Sorry, I'm recovering from a heat stroke from yesterday, so I'm getting my speech slurred a little bit. Dixie Wilmer said, I did your guided meditation about incubus, succubus. When I was in meditation, a face suddenly appears in my mind's eye. Oh, wow. I thought it was a spirit I saw, but that same week, I met a person who looked exactly like that. Oh, wow, that's great. I hope she's cute. So on what occasion did you meet this person? So this is why the guided meditation is more than just hypnosis, right? Like the hypnosis session is more than just clinical things. It's like my way of transforming your mind into a psychic powerhouse. Like it turns your mind into tuning into psychic signals, help you resonate in the astral realm, and transform your brain into a manifestation machine by vibing into that that frequency. You get what I'm saying? And a lot more, and to push yourself into the astral realm without. I mean, you still have to work hard, right? But like the hypnosis sort of help you. It's like a vehicle for you to accelerate your occult power. I don't know what it means yet. Yes, she's cute. Oh, that's great. But she has a boyfriend. Well, I mean, you can still hang out with her. I'm sure she has other cute friends. Do spirits favor humans who to wish to procreate? Not really. Are you having a JD Vance moment? And then enter the switch. Like I told you many times, I don't know if you were in the chat at the time, but I've recited this story many times about the story of Rolex. Like the Rolex is a spirit that helped uh, its founder, Wisdorf, to build the watch empire that is today. And Mr. Wisdorf, I hope I pronounced his name properly, was a German gentleman who lived in London. And Rolex, the spirit Rolex, told him to go to Switzerland to build his watch empire. At the time, Switzerland was not what it is today. Switzerland at the time was more like cheap labor, Japan at the time. But long story short, right? Mr. Wisdorf does not have any heir, and the company Rolex itself turned into a charity. Actually, if you buy a Rolex today, you're actually donating to a charity. So yeah, so my point is there are a lot of people that does not have children who had enjoyed spirits, blessings, and help. In the grand scheme of things, having children, I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's great. But no judgment here. If that's not something you for whatever reason you don't want to do, that's great too. The spirit does not distinguish that, and yeah. So evidently, spirit does not favor one or the other. I guess also in ancient time, right? Like having children is a blessing, and children are more than what they are today. Like children is your asset, right? In the ancient time, and there are tribes, and people need to grow their tribes with children. So many religions encourage you to have as many children as possible to grow their tribes, basically, right? But in modern days, we do not have that problem yet. Although if you're like in Japan or South Korea, it needs to be encouraged. Or if you're like in Sweden or something. But that's a discussion for another time, right? But evidence does not suggest that spirit favors one group of people over another. Tiny J said, agreed not to be too comfortable. That's true. I guess like in both Black Magic and in the self-improvement community is to always get out of your comfort zone, right? Do something that makes you uncomfortable, go into the direction of your fear. Yeah. Anti-natalist which said, oh, I love that. Tiny J said, being uncomfortable is good for us. We will grow and learn. That is very true. Glad we are vibing in the same frequency, my friend. And this is a good attitude to become a good Black magician. Like I said, if you just want to be comfortable, if you just want to, live an easy life, no judgment here, but Black magic is probably not for you. Dexy Wimmer said, sometimes you can just feel a decision is right or wrong. That is true. And yeah, and we have to ride with that feeling too, Once you make a decision, you kind of have to ride it along, even though things may be going on the opposite direction. It's the courage of your conviction, that's what they say. And thank you for sharing it, my friend. You need to type this up send me a DM with your story so I can use it as a testimonial. I'm sure a lot of people will want to hear that. FGFG said, one of my spirit guide had told me to have too much enjoyment. Not to have too much enjoyment. Sorry, the hard thing in the YouTube is blocking it, like a keyword here. Okay, so I see it now. One of the spirit guide had told me not to have too much enjoyment. That's true. Remember to keep our words to them. That's true. I mean, yeah, like the downside of having too much fun is you're kind of stuck into just pleasure, right? Like maybe that's why Like a lot of religions denies you from having earthly desire. It's not like having this earthly desire or earthly enjoyment is a bad thing, but like it just get too easy and too addictive at the time, and you are seeking that enjoyment more than seeking um, real experiences, right? Dexter Wilman said, I will DM you my stories. Yes, thank you, my friend. And I will screenshot them and use them as testimonial. And I mean, it's just beyond my businesses too, right? Like, other people may have the same experience and then they feel weird. And then they see another person having the same experience, and they know that they're on the right path. Sometimes some of these experiences are too freaky for some people, and then they stop abruptly, right? And when they see other people having the same positive experience, it encouraged them to take sorry, I'm burping. It encouraged them to take one step further, and then they see another good story and they take one step further, right? So like one day at a time, one step at a time, they become more attuned with um, the spirits and on the powerful manifestation. Thank you for sharing. It means a lot to me, and it means a lot to the people in this chat room. All right, is there anything else? Jesse Rango is still there. Do you have any specific, like Jesse, if you have any specific questions about black magic or occult, feel free to ask. As you can see, like the way we do occultism and black magic here is maybe maybe a little bit different from other occultists or other chat room. Like we seek to elevate ourselves and we seek real results. We seek real money. We seek real romantic partners, not just talking about how powerful we are. Powerful is important, but like we want this energy to manifest in reality. That way we know we are following in the right path, right? So I guess like thank you for Saxon for pointing that out earlier and pointing out like the key differences between our way of doing things and maybe like other occultists' way of doing things. No judgment. If you like their way better, go for it. And it also doesn't need to be exclusive. You can enjoy their discussion and you can enjoy our discussion at the same time. Dexy Wilmer said, I went to a faraway city with no plans, no place to stay. I thought, this is the right decision, or should I take the last train home? I decided I stayed and felt right. Okay, that's great. That's great, my friend. You have made the decision. I think we had this discussion a few months ago, right? The spell worked in my favor, or I can say, okay, that's great. That's great. I'm so glad you're able to receive the blessings from the spirits. And I'm happy that, you're staying with the spirits and you are doing black magic the right way, and you actually take the action. You actually walk the path, right? A lot of people just buy a lot of spells and they don't do anything. And then they lament that, oh yeah, I've wasted all this money. When you do a spell, the energy is there. It is pushed into the astral realm. Like I don't like to say this to clients, but like your spell works 100% of the time. Like the energy is pushed into the universe. And if energy push out one end of your astral realm, it's going to come out the other end of the astral realm. It's about your ability to make best of this energy and opportunities. And Dixie, thank you for doing a good job in manifesting it. Dixie Wilmer said, with black magic, every day feels like an adventure. Every day I wonder what life will reveal to me. That's great. That is a perfect attitude, my friend. And, we all want to sit in a 5-star resort, sipping Mai Tai by the pool. Someday that happens, that's great. But, some days you will be in a forest kind of lost. Someday you'll be, at the side of a mountain. That's is called living life to the fullest, right? Thank you for, Dixie. Thank you for embodying the spirit of a black magician. Thank you for doing this right and properly, and thank you for being like a role model for other people who join this room later. And yeah. So the time is reaching 2 hours. I think we have a very good discussion here. Let's end this chat on a high note. So I give you 1 minute to let's type in whatever you want to type in. And unless like somebody have like this super amazing questions, right? Then I'll keep going. If not, I'll go back and turn on my air conditioning again. And everybody have a good week ahead. Oh, next week I may have to be at a conference again. The plan, like, the conference runs through the weekend. I don't really want to stay the Sunday, but I might if things go well. So there's a good chance I won't be able to do my live stream next Sunday. If it happens, it happens, right? If it happens, I'll just pop in. I will do my hypnosis thing. And if I don't see anybody, and I will just say my goodbyes. And if there are a lot of people here, we'll keep doing it. But like, don't be surprised if I'm not here next week. So that's the announcement. Okay, so Dexy Wilmer said, thank you very much for your time. I enjoy talking to you. Thank you very much for everybody who are here. From, everybody who has been here every week, FGFG, Tiny J, and Saxon, and Dixie, and Aaron, and Antiletter Switch, and Jesse, and all my friends on Instagram. I know you can't hear me now, so, yeah. And everybody have a good week. Let magic be done. So, okay, so I guess like this is going to be our catchphrase, right? What was it? In Latin, Le Magique Raiud Caelum. So let magic be done through the heavens fall. So I guess like for our little group, we would just say our catchphrase will be let magic be done. Okay, it's kind of like Donald Trump is like you're fired, and I don't know, whatever the YouTuber would say, they all have a catchphrase, right? I guess like our catchphrase is let magic be done. Have a good week.